Don't you hate it when you watch a fashion video on YouTube to try and find some cool new clothes? Only to find that by the end of the video, you have learned nothing about clothes but everything about hypothetical psychological concepts. It's great and all you telling me how stupid I look and that I can't put together an outfit. But why do you think I'm here?
Fear no more if you want to begin fashion, for I have the video for you. In today's episode, I wanted to give beginners practical advice on how to start curating a wardrobe on our trajectory of fashionability, illustrated by the Dick. The fashion beginner would be found here. For those unfamiliar with the concept, the Dick illustrates how the execution of an outfit varies with the level of experience with fashion, where execution is a measure of how pleasing an outfit is from a multifaceted point of view. Of course, one of those facets being aesthetic, but also considering the encompassing emotional, psychological, physical, sensory embodiment of an outfit, and where experience is a measure of familiarity with fashion. Dick hypothesizes that an early interest in fashion leads to a decline in outfit execution. This may be due to fashion content being too easy to consume, and as such, the perception of a cool outfit looks like this. But as we become more aware of the complexities and nuances of fashion, we regain the execution we lost and can begin to find our own personal style. Friends of the channel will understand the colloquialism source. Today I'm going to attempt to help you short-circuit the Dick, with the intention of not letting you fall down into this well of performance, where the execution of your outfit drops. I hope to provide you with all the experience you gain from this period without having to go through the pain and embarrassment of looking like this. Now that we are familiar and understand the objective, I believe a beginner should start with mastering one simple outfit: the jeans and a t-shirt. Okay, jeans and a t-shirt. Sounds simple, yet we've seen everything from this to this. Our main archetypes here are skinny, straight, flared, wide, and severe vitamin D deficiency. All of these deserve their place in the fashion universe, but if we are addressing the beginners, the most friendly option is going to be the straight jean. This is the first step in bridging this gap. If you're a beginner, look for a straight leg that's slightly baggy. You don't want a straight jean that's too tight, because what you'll find yourself wearing is essentially a baggy, skinny jean. The point of a straight jean is not to be straight in the sense that the leg runs perpendicular to the waist, but more so parallel to the leg. So the basic silhouette of both the skinny and the straight is actually really quite similar. In both cases, the form of the jean references the leg, as opposed to the wide jean, where the shape of the pant leg doesn't follow your actual leg at all. It's just a shapeless tube from waist to ankle. Baggy jeans mean so many different things to so many different people, which is why I haven't included it as one of the main jean archetypes, because I would say that these are all baggy. Despite this, the differences in shape of these jeans to one another create nuance in the aesthetic execution of an outfit. Personally, I think that the least offensive, least exclusive to a certain body type, most societally and culturally ambiguous is the baggy straight jean. This to me is a baggy straight jean, and this is my favourite. When you're looking for a pair of jeans, please try them on. Please look in the mirror, because the taper of the jeans is going to look very different depending on what jeans you buy, what shoes you wear, and how long your legs are. So employ some critical thinking and look in the mirror. It sounds obvious, but I know that some people will use their Pinterest inspo pics as a mirror, and that's why you look stupid. Okay, so things to consider when looking in the mirror at your new jeans. Obviously, you want them to fit around the waist. Try on a load of different waist sizes, because in retail, an inch is in fact not a standardized unit. Also, the measurement of your actual body will be different to the measurement on the trousers. So everyone's saying, know your measurements, get your measurements, are just the people without mirrors wanting you to fail. Another very important thing to consider is how does the pant leg fall on your shoes? Wear your shoes when trying them on in the mirror. This will depend on two things: the diameter of the pant leg and the length of the pant leg. Critical thinking once again in this instance, please, because believe it or not everyone's legs are the same length, and not every trouser's legs are the same length. So what you're going to do here is put your jeans on and look in the mirror. What you're looking for is the jean to come over the top of your shoes without any excess at the ankle. TikTok loves a baggy ankle, but personally I believe it looks better when you don't have it. Also, it maintains the silhouette of the jean. When the pant leg is too long for your actual leg, it bunches up and it creates a different shape. At the same time, you don't want the jeans to be too skinny or too short that they tuck behind the tongue of your shoes. Having your jeans tucked behind your shoes is really weird. I think the main faux pas of the skinny jean is that you so often see them being worn with a trainer that sticks out at the bottom and kind of eats the end of the jean. What you need is a boot or a high top Converse, because the light wash, ripped, skin tight jean being eaten by a pair of white Air Forces is what gave the skinny jean jean a bad name. But anyway, we've decided against the skinny jean, so it doesn't matter. What does matter is that your jeans fall on top of your shoes. You're also going to have to pick a wash of jean. Raw Japanese selvage denim is a favourite amongst the pit dwellers here, but only a few do it well. It's the hardest to style for beginners because it also affects the movement of the jeans. Raw denim is a lot stiffer, so it doesn't move or fall softly. Personally, for this reason is why I dislike them the most. But also I think the one colour is harder to match with other elements of an outfit, because at this point we're colour theorising. These are blue trousers, whereas a medium wash is a lot easier to pair with other things. There's a variety of different colours going on and it acts more as a neutral rather than a solid colour. It's a lot easier to work with washed denim than it is to work with blue. And what are we going to make it work with? A t-shirt. Our main archetypes here are slim, regular, cropped and oversized. The most beginner-friendly combo of jeans and a t-shirt with regards to shape and fit is go for similar silhouettes. An outfit will look more cohesive if your t-shirt fits your torso like your pants fit your legs. Your options if you want to juxtapose are obviously big pants, little top, or little pants, big top. But in both cases I think this is quite awkward. So considering that we've chosen the straight-legged jean, I would rule out slim and oversized t-shirts for their geometric incompatibility, which leaves us with cropped and regular. Regular is going to be the most beginner-friendly, and as such that is what I would suggest, but I know the bros love a crop top. So if you want to wear a crop top, I would suggest something that meets the top of your trousers. Breaking up the outfit with gingham underwear or an unsolicited midriff is not my favourite thing in the world. Also, if you're going to get a crop top, despite my advice, don't get the boxy ones. Oh, please don't. Also, we're going for a crew neck here. V-neck feels very rich white man on a yacht, and unless you are a rich white man on a yacht, I would hate to see you at the function in a V-neck t-shirt. Dear beginner, I would go for a white t-shirt because I believe it is more important to get the fit right of your t-shirt than the colour, and you're going to get more variation in crop, fit, silhouette, neckline in plain white than you are in something cool. For example, the cool graphic tee may only be made in a crop boxy fit, so if you want the graphic, the fit choice is redundant. Whereas if you want the exact right t-shirt for your torso that goes with your jeans and fits you at exactly this amount of hours after breakfast, if you're going to find it, you are most likely going to find it in a plain white, because everything has a plain white version. Boring colour maybe, but just look at how it hugs your body. Also, white goes with everything, it's the least offensive. If you are a beginner, this is the easiest to get right. Finally, we want to consider our shoes. Don't get white trainers. If you like trainers, get black trainers. I would suggest an inoffensive silhouette. They hate to see you coming, but I would suggest something like the Samba. In saying that, don't get a pair of Sambas. In the universally accepted fashion trend cycle, Sambas are still in their cringe phase, so if you're starting from scratch, don't go and buy a new pair of Sambas. The only acceptable Samba situation would be if you've always been a Samba guy and have your Sambas still kicking around from PE in year 7. At this point, it's not even that the Samba is a bad shoe, quite the opposite actually, which is why I'm recommending you essentially the Adidas Samba, but not the Adidas Samba. Because if I refer you again back to the Dick, execution is not just aesthetic, it is also emotional, and the Samba is more than its visual appearance. It is also what it represents at this point in time. And if you want to be considered societally and culturally fashionable, you cannot be seen wearing a brand new pair of Sambas. So alternatives include, but are not limited to, the Onitsuka Tiger, which again is actually quite trendy now, but less so than the Samba. Converse, I like a pair of black and white high top Converse worn underneath the pant leg. Birkenstock Boston, again, quite trendy, but less so than the Samba. And they also provide a more versatile silhouette because they're essentially slippers. They'll have minimal effect on how your trousers fall. In contrast, just to illustrate, a chunky trainer like a New Balance or a Salomon is more likely to affect how your jeans sit and move than a Birkenstock Boston. If you want a loafer, I would suggest something closer to a Clark's Wallaby rather than the black, shiny office shoes with the tassels. You might also want to consider a boot, but that might also be a little bit above our level of expertise. I'm not the biggest sneakerhead. As a woman, I have a lot more options to choose from. I have ballet flats, Mary Janes, kitten heels. So my concern for footwear of the sneaker variety is maybe less focused than that of a man with less options to choose from. I would go for a flat shoe like one of the ones that I've mentioned, because a chunkier trainer or a boot like the Nike 95s or a Timberland is going to interact more with the movement and flow of your jeans than something like a Converse. Also, I don't like Timberlands. And hopefully there we have it. This is the beginning of your new wardrobe. Build from here. You have a great foundation. Add little bits of sauce where you find appropriate. You can't go out looking for the sauce. You can't copy someone else's sauce. You can't buy the sauce. It will come to you. That's everything I have today. I really hope you enjoyed that video. More of some practical advice than I normally give. I really hope I didn't just tell you how stupid you look and that I did actually give some advice that maybe you want to put into practice. I really hope you enjoyed that video. I will see you again very incredibly soon. Until next we meet.
Oh. Ah. That's it, I'm not going.